For the thumbnail, Bethany, for the thumbnail. Oh my gosh, how am I meant to do this? Can you imagine if I didn't press record before this? Oh, do I look like I'm in pain? Because I am. Oh no, this is gonna... Hi everyone, it's Bethany from Beth and Books and welcome back to this book nook. Two things, ignore the hole in my elbow, I know it's there, I need to get new long sleeves for layering. And two, I'm in the same outfit as possibly a couple of other videos that you've seen or are coming out. Winter weather is dark and dreary and it is still sunlight out, so I'm just bulk filming so I can have videos for you. As you can see, I have a massive stack of books here. In fact, this isn't all of them. I've got a few more on the floor, they just would have been too high. And I'm unhauling them. I feel like I preface every haul and unhaul with the same little spiel, and that is this. I am, one, trying to make sure that I only keep and purchase books which I'm either intending on reading, like rereading, or sharing with a friend, or were 5 stars and I just need them in my collection. And two, that these are going to be donated, or if I have purchased them with my own money and they're in really good condition, I will resell them to help, you know, fund the other books that I am slowly bringing into my collection. So some of these books I really like and I'm getting rid of. So let's... Oh, Bethany. Okay, let's just do this. Let's do this stack together. This is a collection of 5 novels, which I believe I purchased as a mystery bundle, and I'm not going to read them. I've got no intention on reading them, so these can just go on to a new home. We have The Forgiveness Formula by Kathleen Griffin. We have Leslie Pierce, The Woman in the Wood. Another Leslie Pierce called Forgive Me. Forgive me, Leslie Pierce, for I Don't Want You. Things I Know About Love by Kate Lee Van. And Rain Check on Timbuktu, which gives me pecs of being a wallflower every time I see it. And by Kirsten Murphy. I don't want to read any of them, so they can go. I've just realised some of this video might also turn into a quick like little review video, because I haven't done a review video and some of these I've read and haven't shared yet, so that's okay. Alright, let's go. Next. My Name is Red by Orphan Pamuk. I purchased this for when I was doing my online Harvard course. Spoiler alert, I didn't finish it. And in fact, there's books on here that are from that course. I just haven't taken them off my shelf yet. We'll do another unhaul later in the future. No intention of reading it. It's in really good condition. Someone else can have it. This one, you might be like Bethany if you've just watched my mid-year freakout tag, which I think I will upload before this. Didn't you say this has been one of your favourite books so far this year? Yes. It really has. It's phenomenal. But it's a mystery thriller and I know how it ends, so I'm never going to reread it. And I want to move countries one day and I can't take all of these with me. So I'm never going to reread this. I'm sorry, someone else. Why am I apologising? It's my money, my books. I'm never going to reread it, so someone else can enjoy it. What's next? Oh, Milk Fed. Literally the same. I talked about this in my mid-year freakout tag. Brilliant book. But I'm not going to read it again because I know how the relationship ends up and I'm just not much of a rereader. I've mentioned this before. I'm someone who likes to just experience new books. I don't really reread books. So that one can go. Oh, just realised I missed A Study in Death, which was from that mystery bundle. This one's going. Where do I go next? Let's just keep to the theme of the whole mid-year freakout. Obviously getting rid of these. You know my thoughts. I was gonna say something really horrible, but I won't. I'm gonna get rid of them. Hopefully somebody enjoys Atticus's writing style. Okay, let's move on. We have The Dressmaker. Now this is a really good book. I often think about the ending. I love how it all culminated and everything came together. I'm terrified to watch the movie because I know I will cry at the grain scene. I just know I'll bawl my eyes out, so I don't really want to watch the movie, although it has the Hemsworth dude in it. Liam Hemsworth. So, but then, like, I will cry. So, I don't know. Guys, is it worth watching? Is it worth watching? I mean, this is going to be the theme for all of them. I'm either going to like it or dislike it, and I'm just going to pass it on to someone. But this one in particular I think was really, really good. If you're into fashion, if you're into history, if you're into revenge, if you are into kind of like sly characters who weave their way into society, this one might be for you. In fact, if you like Bridgerton, this might be up your vibe as well, because it's to do with like high society women and highbrow, what's the word I'm looking for? Promeneering, highbrow peacocking, just like pretending to be high society. Tempest and Slaughter. I love this book, but it's the first one in a series. The rest of the series hasn't come out yet, and I do not think I will be holding on to this because, quite simply, I don't think I'll be buying the rest of the series. There's another like 20 books in the Tamara Pierce Kingdom. This is the last set of books that have come out so far. I don't have the rest of the series. I don't want to purchase books right now. So this one can be passed on to someone who hopefully loves it just as much as I did. Let's go to The Sky is Everywhere. This one is interesting because I so gratefully and graciously received... Wait, did I just call myself gracious? That's the opposite of gracious. I gratefully received this from HarperCollins, and I didn't ask for it. I guess it's what you would call unsolicited, but I read it and it wasn't actually a bad book. I didn't think it was terrible. It is turning into a Apple show, a Netflix show. It's becoming a TV show, and I think that's why they sent it to me. They were just trying to advertise and promote. And like I say, I read it and it reignited a passion for writing poetry. But it was... Am I okay? But, gosh, I can feel like the tears in my eyes. It wasn't a 5 out of 5. It's not something I want in my collection. Oh, this one might be controversial. The Great Gatsby. It's this beautiful edition, and I finally got around to reading it. And I've discovered that I don't really like The Great Gatsby. I think it's fine. And I know that somebody out there who loves The Great Gatsby will really appreciate this. They both die at the end. My student sometimes watches my videos. Louise, if you're watching this, this is for you. You really want to read this book. I have this beautiful edition, and I don't like the book, but I know you like Adam Silvera, so this is for you. I'll try and remember to bring it to school for you. But, like, yeah, everyone else, obviously, I don't like the book, and I'm giving this to someone who I hope will like it. It is a really pretty edition, I'll give it that much. Next up, these kind of go in the same category. Really cool novels with science fiction elements. Ender's Game determined the classic science fiction, and by the way, Scott Orson Card, if you didn't know, Orson Scott Card, he isn't the most accepting person of society. I just don't... If I delved into every single author who had issues, I would have to censor my reading experience so much, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, thank you, team, because more than one person reached out to me for educating me about this guy, but I still liked his book. It's the truth. And Don't Hate the Player, a really cute science fiction romance. I think they were both good, but I don't want to reread them. I'm trying to come up with like reasons for getting rid of things, and I don't. It's just that I don't want them. I'm trying to not be repetitive. Let's go. The Modern Sings. Boring. Sorry. If you watch these people, they're a beautiful biracial couple. That's the word. Indian, Irish, both Kiwis. Yeah, biracial couple in New Zealand. But I picked this up not realising that it was very niche, and it was definitely written for their fans. If you're a fan of them, totally think you will like it. I've never watched them before, so I felt quite disconnected from what they had to say, and quite brutally, I was reading about people I had no investment in. It's just the way it goes, I guess. Colin Hoover, It Ends With Us. I quite honestly Didn't like this book, but it's in really good condition. So I'm going to get a bit of money for it so I can hopefully buy a book I do like, or, you know, pay for fuel or a single bottle of milk because it is so blooming expensive right now. Anyway, This Woven Kingdom is one of those novels which really let me down. It's a Hera Murphy novel. I don't think I'm going to be reading any more Hera Murphy because the past few novels of hers that I've read, what was the other one? I can picture the cover, this one. I didn't particularly love either. And when I finished reading her, she wrote Shatter Me series, right? I also didn't particularly like her writing style. The content, the story, the plot points, there's potential, but I didn't like any of it. So This Woven Kingdom is going to someone who hopefully really loves her writing style. Tamara Palmer. This one was sent to me by Tamara Palmer. It's a Lancelot retelling and it was okay. But I've read it. It wasn't 5 stars. So it's not going to be a permanent addition to my collection. Where to next? Let's do this one. Midnight in Everwood. I read this ages ago and it's just been meaning to be on hold for the longest time. It's a Nutcracker inspired, or is it just a Nutcracker retelling? Perfect novel for winter. Perfect novel for winter. It's set in like a snowy scene place. Snowy scene place? It's got a snowy setting. Oh my goodness. But I just didn't like the retelling of the Nutcracker. I don't think it was quite for me. I wasn't the right audience. Okay. A Vindication of the Rights of Women. I read the essays. I did it in my readathon video. Again, I'll link it to you. I understood about 30% of what was going on in here, and most of the messages are interesting and educational to some degree. I don't think I like reading essays when I literally, part of my job is marking essays. Reading them was much too hard. Too hard work. Much too hard work. Oh my God, Bethany, you're an English teacher. It took too much hard work. We're just going to move on. We've got 2 left. There's Someone Inside My House. Loved the opening pages of this novel, and I loved some sections of this novel, but it was one where the opening scene was so good. I was expecting that kind of gore and gruesome and creep throughout the novel, and it didn't deliver. It was weird. It was like Perkins set up a book for amazing gruesomeness, and then it fell flat. It was so weird. And again, it's a thriller, so I know how it ends. Let's give it to someone who doesn't. Then lastly, Battle Royal. I'm in 2 minds about this one. This is why I've saved it to last. I'm thinking about keeping it because it would be the perfect feel-good novel to read like in winter even, or in summer. Like it'd be the perfect beach read even. I just think it's a really cool like rom-com novel, but I don't know if I'm going to reread it. I don't know. You guys tell me. Should I keep this or should I pass it on? It's also a New Zealand author. And like I really want to support her, but is supporting her, is it better to support her through giving it to someone who will then have a book and then perhaps go on to purchase other books, or is it better to have it on my shelf and put it in Instagram photos and promote her that way? I don't know. Anyway, that is, hang on, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 26. Excuse me. 26 novels I have unhauled, and to be quite honest with you, there's probably going to be another unhaul by the end of the year because like I said, I'm really intending on moving this year. I just need to figure out, you know, how to adult basically and how to go about jumping through all those hoops. It's quite daunting, I'm not going to lie. But again, I'm trying to stop myself from rambling, keeping the pace and interest high in these videos, so I'm just going to stop there before I go off on a massive tangent. Thank you all so much for watching, making it to the end. Enjoy all the places you go in your own reading adventures. Now I feel like I'm rushing you. I love you. Bye, see you in the next video. Yeah.